We are starting things off with a couple days since the storm has passed. All of the stalls have been cleaned and everything has been taken care of. My mom and Gavin were the ones that actually took care of everything. And let me tell you guys, the stable's looking nice. Really nice. All the stalls are looking good. It looks like because I wasn't able to be here, we weren't able to get the aisleways swept, but I have a feeling there's always gonna be another storm that is gonna be on its way where we'll need to keep the horses in. There's our beautiful donkeys and our beautiful horses. Oh man, everyone's looking so good today. The ground is not frozen, and I plan on really taking advantage of that today. We have a Arctic bomb cyclone on its way. What a name. I love whoever named that. Superb. That is awesome. Which is supposed to bring really crazy cold temperatures. We're talking single digits on the way. And I would like to get the pastures prepared and ready so that the horses have a nicer time out there. There is a chance for us to get some snow, though time will tell on that one. Am I right? I'm gonna get started feeding horses. I wanna get these guys in and take a good look at them. But before we get started with anything, we gotta get some hay in their stalls. How many flakes should I get here, guys? What do you think? It's a little cramped in here to run a pitchfork, but we'll make it work. With hay in all the stalls, we still got a little bit left. So I'm gonna get the donkeys' grain set up so we get the donkeys fed and get their hay in their stalls for them right away. Just trying to be a little bit extra efficient. Suppose I should open up both of these, just make sure. Yep, okay. You never know if the feed was changed for them. Always like to double check. My mom is the one that micromanages all of the feed for the horses. When we do blanket changes, we usually get a good look at how they're looking weight-wise. And of course, in the summer, when they have nothing on them, you can just look at them as they're coming in, and you get experienced enough that you can get a good feel for how their weight needs to be and whether they need a little bit of extra meat on their bones or they could go on a diet. Oh, good morning, Rocky. Good morning, Buster. Yeah, how we feeling this morning, guys? How we feeling? Feeling good? Good. Good morning. Good morning. You guys want some grain? Want some hay? Here you go, boys. That should be good enough for you boys. Eat up, gentlemen. Always a good feeling when you have the donkeys cared for. Now I need to work on the bigger brothers. We finally reached that special time where we can get the horses in. Oh, man. Who's ready? George. George is ready. Looks like Jack's in a pretty good position, too. Champ and Rebel are down there just chowing down on the feeder. Yeah, good morning, George. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, guys. Good to see you. Yeah, good morning, George. Morning, Jack. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Let's go. Time to eat. Temperature is in the mid 40s, and tomorrow they're calling for it to be almost 50 degrees in January. Yeah, hey, good looking. Hey, boys. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Champ. Hey, Rebel. You guys are looking great. Yeah, that's awesome. I gotta check the rain gauge. I never did get our total for rainfall on top of that. You guys might be curious about flooding too. Surprisingly, we didn't get hit as bad as was forecasted. Thankfully, the storm was moving a lot faster than forecast, which meant that the rain didn't amount as high as they were saying it would, which we're very thankful for. I'm more than happy with the fact that we got not as much rain as forecast. For one thing, we don't need it this time of year, and for another, with all that snow melt, it was quite a lot of water, as you guys saw, running through the drainage systems. See, is George's butt sticking out? No, it's not. Just thought I'd address, in case anyone's curious as we're walking by, why these stalls are dark and all the rest of them are illuminated. There's no horses in them, and instead of having the lights on in there for no reason, I just turned the lights off so that we're not wasting electricity. If someone wants it changed, then we'll turn it back on, but I see no reason to waste the lights being on when there's no horses in there. So just trying to be efficient, that's all. Just thought I'd catch that question in case anyone was wondering. A lot of you guys have been longtime viewers of the channel, and you're always curious with what's going on and what's happening next, and I appreciate that. Shall we let them in? Skywalker takes the lead. Suede, then Spitfire. Hey, Declan. Hey, Danny. Hey, Poncho. Hey, Sriracha. Ooh, his hood's hanging. Gotta get that. Hey, Tucker. Archer. The weather. I gotta get out of the way for Samson. Hey, Samson. What's up, good looking? There's Poe, Gavin, Obi, Casino. Hey, Argento. Let's see how he does. Right there's a stall. Oh, good boy, RJ. Wow, everyone was so good today. Today's gonna be a good day. Got a good feeling about it. Hey, Sriracha. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Being that the temperature is supposed to be a little bit warmer today, not warranting a blanket change yet. I'm just gonna take this off for today, and then we'll put this back on him tonight. Let's hang this right over here. That way we don't gotta worry about ripping his blanket. Tonight they're calling for some rain, so I'd want his hood on him. What's up, good looking? Yeah, what's up, good looking? He's a good horse. Sriracha's a good horse. We haven't had any problems with him. If you guys will recall, things were a little intense when he first got here. That's why he got the name Sriracha. When he first got here, in fact, his show name is Dory. D-O-R-E-E, I think. We actually had to do some interesting things to try to get him to calm down, including unloading him in the lower arena. That way he could get all of his frustration out, and that way no one got hurt trying to get him out of the horse trailer. So we weren't sure how things were gonna go when he got here, but he's gotten very comfortable here. We can tell he's happy because he's not causing any problems. And that's the key. If you have a happy horse, you've got a friend for life. You know, it is such a beautiful day. I almost wish that I had time to go on a horseback ride today. I'd love to do that. It's just perfect outside for it. But sadly, because it's such a nice day, I'm gonna be spending the whole day on the tractor, which by no means is a complaint. I love being on my tractor, and I'm hopeful that we can get a lot done today. We just need to check the water troughs before we move out. Good. Ooh, this one's looking a little low. How low are we talking? Low enough that after I turn them out, I'll need to fill that up. Now, I could put out hay today or tomorrow. Let's take a walk down to our middle field feeder and that'll answer our question. Big field looks like there's enough hay to keep them busy. Or maybe even this afternoon. Just the thought of how dynamic things can be is exciting. We have trails that are all along the back fields over there. My family, my wife and I go. That's all the Veggie Boys fields, everything that you see from left to right. You know, obviously, way beyond that mountain is not our property, but this area right here is. And it is fun to go riding back there. It's nice, good diverse area. I see hay in the feeder. Let's see how much is actually there. Thinking what we might do is clean the feeder out since it's actually warm enough for it today. And then we'll put fresh hay in this afternoon. Taking a look at our ditch, it looks like it's being used. You can see the water running here, but it gets a little foggy here, but it's still doing a good job. We've got less water sitting here, but I think this needs to be recarved. This definitely is on the menu to be cleaned today, and I'd like to drag this back. Feed value wise, there's actually quite a good amount here. Yeah, not enough to wait till tomorrow, but enough for them to eat today, and then this evening, put a fresh load of round bales in. You can see the difference in the manure. If you see out here, see here's where the water's sitting, nothing. Here's where they stand. Look at the buildup. It's probably a good 10 inches build up there. Structure's doing what it's supposed to. And I can see that it is the same story in the big field. That's awesome. That means we can just go around, check the horses for straps, give them a little love, send them right back out. Good morning, Poe. Oh my goodness. These horses are so beautiful. It really is an incredible privilege to be here every day, to be taking care of these animals. You get to see a side of them that most people don't, and it's awesome. All of them look good. None of them are having any problems. So let's let these beauties back out in the pastures where they belong, eating food and enjoying the beautiful nature that we have here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Oh, looks like all the horses are out except for Skywalker. We got a thief, Leia. Move him out. Let's go. Get him out. Get him out. Move him on out. Get him going, let's go. Stealing the donkey's hay. This is an easily solved problem by closing the door. Yeah, I left the door open, so now we handle it with Leia. That's right, come on boys. My goodness, it feels like spring today. Oh, this is really weird. Okay, that's it. No. Get him around, get him around. Get him around, that's it. Come on, come on. Come on, out you go. Out you go. That's it, Sky. Heel, good girl, come here. Yeah, come here. Good girl. Well done, well done. Okay, there we go. That makes up for that. All the horses are out. They're all doing great. Let's go grab the tractor. I got to make some changes and adjustments to it, get it set up for cleaning the pastures and dragging the arena. Figure with the temperature being warm there, we're probably gonna have some clients coming down to go riding. Not to mention that if I'm able to drag the pasture, it'll freeze in a good state instead of a divoted state. At least that's the thinking. And because I'm gonna be on the tractor, I'm gonna be taking Leia home. So she'll be done for the day. She gets to go home and rest, and we'll be here working. All right, ready to go home? Yeah, you ready to go home? You ready to go home? All right.
So we're gonna be changing up the topic here for a second because we've got something big going on here at the farm. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because Joel put down his camera and I kind of stole it. It's more like borrow, but yeah, I'll give it back. It's borrowing. The farm market is gonna be closed for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's a big deal, something not many people expect, but the whole family is going on vacation except for everybody at the stable. and Lauren, myself, and Callie. Lauren is at the point where she's not allowed to travel. That's what the doctors say. I say we can still go to like the gas station and back, but we're not allowed to travel far distances. So what does that mean for us here on the farm? Well, it means that I'm gonna have to take care of the animals on top of everything else we've got going on. I'm not gonna be by myself. I've got Joel to help me, and I've also got Gavin and a few others, but for me, it's a big deal because everything is just on me now. Usually we have a big group that takes care of all the animals here. I'll touch on this in my videos, but I just wanted to let everyone here know as well. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Everything's been going well so far. The only person that has not left yet is Matthew and Tracy, but they will be leaving tomorrow, and then it'll be me by myself here on the farm, having a great old time. But as I mentioned, not by myself. So I may need to call Joel over every once in a while. So you guys will just have to deal with that. If I say, hey Joel, I need you right now, you gotta come over. He's gotta drop everything. He's gotta take care of me. I'm just kidding. He's got so much going on over there. But I might call him and ask him for help. It's just the way it's gotta be. All right, that's all I had to say. Bye.
Well, looks like Andrew took my camera and talked to you guys a little bit. We're down here in the potato storage. Look how good the 100 looks. I was just examining it. I'm like, man, that is a sharp, clean looking tractor. We got a skid steer, and then here's my tractor over here. So I got to do some moving around because we're going to be using this tractor pretty extensively today. And then I was asked by Daniel to take the 100 and put that in that little slot there. And then I'd be parking my tractor over here. The Veggie Boys, I didn't ask actually, they just came over and said, hey, if you want to put your tractor in, we'll make room for it. They're such nice guys, I appreciate that. So I need to move all this equipment around. Oh man, let's get started, shall we? Just something so nice about getting on your own tractor. Okay, now I can get my tractor out. Woo! We squeezed her in. Okay, that should be more than enough room for me to back my tractor in, and that's where they want me to put it now. So that'll work just fine. Good stuff. We're gonna close this up, because after all, it's where the potatoes are stored. And let's get the tractor ready for dragging that arena. That's a good a spot as any. What's for lunch, Grammy?
Beef tortellini.
And pizza.
And your pizza's in the oven.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. I would have filmed eating lunch, but we pretty much ate out in the store when there was customers all around. So I ended up not doing so. But it was pizza and soup. There's a couple gunshots that just went off, so the horses are a little scared. Here we go. Here's where we are. So we need to do some cleaning. We got a lot of manure to move and not a lot of time to do it. So let's get started. Go, we got a good bite there. Oh, I wish you guys could smell what I'm smelling. Delicious. Well, we got all the manure out of the run-in shed, so I just got to scoop this all up and get this on out of here. Now in here, there we go. So now this is all out of here. Tomorrow the temperature is getting cold, so this will freeze and this will be good. We're still working on keeping water out. I gotta redo my ditch out here to make sure that the water that's running down is not running in. But for the most part, our structure's working good. Very good. Well, this hill has not looked this good in a really long time. Not only was the ground thawed around the feeders, which does happen quite often anymore during our winters, but if you guys notice this hill does not see sunlight until May. You can see we get sunlight down there, but that is not direct sunlight. This will get sunlight in May, and then it actually gets direct sunlight in June, which means that this hill is always frozen. It'll be 50 degrees and everywhere's thawed but this hill. However, not right now. Ground is actually thawed on this hill, which means I actually had the opportunity to flatten and smooth out all those divots that are created. This is the main throughway the horses take. You can see the path they have etched into the hill here for them to come up and in the barn. This hill has been here forever, you know, obviously. It's been a part of our horse stable, turning in and turning out the entire history of our stable. However, we do have plans to modify it to make it, well, a lot better than what it currently is. And those plans I'm looking forward to really starting and working on. I don't know if we'll get to it this year coming up in 2024. It'd be pretty exciting if we were. Who knows? We'll see. However, one thing's for certain, it definitely looks and feels a lot better. And what would be great is if the ground now freezes like this. We've got another day of 50s ahead of us, and we've got rain coming tonight. Then it's gonna get cold, really cold. So hopefully this hill will freeze like this and it'll look nice for the horses. We just finished a lot of work. I put it on a time lapse because we had a lot to do. We cleaned up around both of our enclosed feeders. Not to mention, we also were able to scrape the hill. With my old tractor, cleaning up one of the feeders used to take me the entire day. Now with this new piece of equipment, I'm able to do not only one, but two on top of other projects, and I still have a whole hour till afternoon feeding. The time savings is just incredible, and I still don't have all the right equipment. I'd love to be using a box blade with harrows on the back. That'd really come in handy for pushing and moving dirt and leveling off the hill, or a regular grading blade for pushing all that muck. The bucket's doing a great job, and we work with what we got. And I couldn't be happier with this beautiful piece of equipment. Horses are actually looking for grass. There's a couple that are eating out of the round bale feeder down there, but they don't want to. It makes sense, it's that weedy material. So we still gotta clean that out. But that's what we're gonna get started on next. What do you say, Buster? Sound like a plan, brother? Sound like a plan? All right, guys? Taking a look, what I'm seeing, see that? That is just heavy, wet, pollinated stick. My guess is it was so windy during that snowstorm that the snow came in here and covered everything that was there, and I still hadn't cleaned those sticks out yet. And so the wet created this unappetizing area for the horse. So we'll get this on out and over the compost pile. Of course, I'd have rather the horses have eaten this, but again, you have to keep in mind, there has been a number of round bales that have gone through here. I want to say about 15. Each round bale is about 800 pounds. The fact that this is what's left really isn't that bad. Of course, I'd love to just keep putting round bales in here and it be picked clean, but I think that that'll be behind us here as we move forward and continue into our second cutting head. At least that's my goal and my hope. Taking a look in here, you see all this? Sticks, briars, thistles. That's a telltale sign that your hay came from a place that's not usually a hay field. It's more just grass that was let to grow. Good news is that it's looking likely that we're gonna be able to have this hay ground again. And what's nice about that is that we can really cultivate these fields, turn them into really nice, pristine hay ground. It's only up from here. Well, the wind's picking up and the temperature's going down. I can tell we're getting closer to evening. Well, we got the feeder all cleaned up. I'm gonna head on up and clean out the middle pastures feeder. That way I can take the bucket and put it away. I'm gonna leave the bale spike down here. Once I'm done cleaning out the middle pasture feeder, we'll measure out and get these beauties in the stable. Then I can head on out into the pastures and get those round bales in the feeders. I think it's a good plan. Okay, we have all the hay feeders cleaned out. It is now time to measure out. Woo, wind's really picking up. When I head out to put round bales out, I'm gonna need to put on a set of gloves, and I'm gonna need to put my heavier jacket. I got this on high. It's doing a good job of keeping me warm, but the wind is just, whew. It is January after all, I suppose, right? I mean, it should be cold. Yeah, come on, boys. They're all running in. I almost can guarantee Argento's gonna go to the wrong stall. Yep, he went right. Yeah, surprised, huh? Yeah, I gotcha. Well, the hill still looks pretty good. We'll see how things turn out after an inch of rain goes on it. Because that always, you know, adds to things. Man, these are good animals. With all of the horses in, I'm gonna head out and put out some hay. I've been going back and forth about what I want to do, and I've decided that I'm gonna put out hay today and tomorrow. Simple reason is we've got some rain moving in, and I don't want to put any provide feeders specifically for the big field until we've got this rain here. And based on my cleanup of the middle field, I'm thinking about putting out 1 round bale tonight and seeing how much they go through. It'll be interesting to see. So it's looking like we're gonna do 2. 1 in the middle field, 1 in the big field. That'll hold them all over for one night, and then tomorrow we'll probably put out another 2. But both of those will probably end up being in the big field. Okay, so slight plan change. I'm putting out 4 round bales. 3 are going in the big field and 1 is going in the middle field. I don't think the middle field needs 2 in it, but I do think the big field needs at least both feeders used. Do I want to put a hay round bale out knowing it's going to get rained on? No, but I suspect that the horses are going to finish it all since it's second cutting hay. Not to mention, they're calling for colder weather tomorrow, and that colder weather means the horses are going to eat more hay. So I want to make sure that there's enough food out there for them, that they're not hungry. Because hungry horses are the horses that start testing your fence line, curious to see if there's a way for them to get out. I don't need that. I don't need those problems. There we go, all tucked away for the storm, and then behind it is the 120. Well, I just got back from putting everything away, and the horses gave me a pretty awesome welcoming committee. Everybody's ready to go out. I'm gonna let them on out. Whew, I'm tired. All of our horses are out in their pastures, which means that I'm able to head on home. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. If you haven't, don't forget to hit that like button, and I hope that you enjoyed the video enough to earn your subscription. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.